this letter before we go and see the person, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
I've got a letter as well.
Oh, cool. I'll just ring the doorbell.
I hope we're at the right house.
Yes, so do I, because I really need to get this letter posted.
Yeah.
It's my fees.
Oh, Kathy! Hello.
Have you got a letterbox?
Yes,
Oh,
I do,
cool.
actually. Come on in.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's nice to see you.
It's good to see you too.
What a lovely house. Oh, are you sure you've got a letterbox, Kathy?
Yes, I have. Come on down.
She does have a letterbox.
Oh,
She
good.
does have a letterbox.
Here we go. You want just
Oh,
ordinary
no, I
mail?
need mine to go express. This is my
here we
Yeah.
are.
No, my letter is for just
Here we are.
the ordinary
So you
mail.
need to pull out the... There
Oh.
you go.
Yep, that's my fees. Off to Bron.
Actually, those letterboxes have been carved by my husband. We haven't stolen them from Australia Post.
What about my letter?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, cool.
So while we're here, Kathy, maybe we could look at your sewing
Yes.
and
let's
your
do that.
beautiful
Where's the
sewing room.
Well, this is my sewing area.
Wow.
So this is my piecing machine and where I do my eye patch and all that stuff for my quilting.
This is the
And-
tiniest sewing room I've ever seen.
And then this is my Q20, of course, quilting machine, which I leave open like that all the time. So this is my whole quilting area, and then
Wow.
that little area over there is my husband's.
Oh, at least
Oh, he's allowed to have a
got
2 metre square space.
Yes.
So where's all your material?
Well, we recently built all this so that because it's out in the open, so it looked tidy. So this is my storage area. So this cupboard here stores all my books and patterns and threads, and my spare sewing machine. Of course, everyone's got to have one.
Everyone, yes.
And then these here are all my fabrics, and of course this is my pre-cuts. You know, like jelly
Yeah.
blast. Don't you love them? Yeah.
Why do we have to touch it, hey?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
look, there's a
then, like,
bag
these
of
are
my
fat
own.
cords and panels, and then tops and kits. And these are scraps, some here for Cindy.
I
I've
can
got Cindy's
see my
name on some. Yeah, Cindy's name's on some. And then all of these baskets all lift out.
Oh, isn't that fabulous?
That's a great idea.
And so they're all the different colour fabrics, and they're specialty fabrics. And
So,
then
so where did you get these fabulous shelves from?
Bruce built them.
Oh,
Bruce
Where
built
did
all
you get
this.
Bruce from?
Yeah, so Bruce built all these. So these are all sorted in colours, roughly,
Wow.
you know. And then this cupboard here has my ironing board and PowerPoint, and
Yep.
I need that to. And because these up here are all my bits, batting and everything.
Wow.
And then this one here is all big drawers. So like I went through a cross stitch phase.
Yes,
And
yes.
paints and everything.
So,
Knitting, and then these are my knitting drawers.
yes.
And then this cupboard here is Bruce's.
I was going to say. And he doesn't
So
label because he knows.
Bruce
where
has
his
got
stuff is.
electronics and stuff in his.
On
so-
Bruce.
Yeah.
isn't
So
that
he's allowed to
amazing?
have one cupboard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's
So, and I'm just one of those sort of people who put everything away when I'm done. You know, so I like to keep.
So, when did you start quilting?
2011, if you look on my computer screen, that was the very first quilt I ever made. And that was with a Mary Williams class.
Okay, that's.
Because I said to Bruce I'd really like to quilt.
Yep, I'll help you shut the cupboards.
And I went down to Sue's Sewing World, and I said I'd like to learn to quilt. She said, "You come here. We've got this 6-week Saturday morning course." I went, "Okay." And I said, "Well, what do I need?" And she said, "Just come to the course because we'll have everything you need." She said, "Just bring your sewing machine." I said, "What? You need a sewing machine?" So I had to buy a sewing machine from her there and then.
So I take it from the sewing machine, you're more a machine girl than
Yes.
a hand girl?
Yes, although I did go to Houston and bought a hand quilting frame, which is still
Okay.
in its box.
Great.
But
Great.
it's something I'd like to do one day.
One day, yes. So what's your favourite technique? Are you an applique person?
Well,
or
since I
stitch?
bought my Q20, I really like the actual free motion quilting.
Yes, yeah.
And I've just finished these 3 small cot quilts for some little triplets that are in foster care, and I've just made 3 cushions to match them yesterday. So this free motion quilting is what I really like. I really like doing.
Okay.
And then piecing, this is, of course, this is the, you hold that up?
Yes, certainly.
This is Rachel Deneni's mysolation quilt, mystery quilt we've just finished recently. So that's one I've just finished.
These are lovely big quilts, these ones,
Yeah,
weren't
they're
they?
really, really
Yeah.
good. And then this one was Chris O'Brien's Casa Felix one. So they're 2 that I've still got tops. Well,
Yeah.
one day they'll end up as
So
full
tell
quilts.
me, are you a finisher? Are you someone that finishes everything you start?
Yes, except I've got a few tops that are not finished.
So
But what my problem is that I see something I really like and I buy it, like panels and tops
yes.
and fabric, and I know I'll use it one day.
Yes, we've all got the I know I'll use it one day
Yes, I've
cover,
got
haven't
all
we?
those, yeah.
So, if I were to say, Kathy Rossini, how many UFOs do you have? What would be the answer?
Maybe,
Between 1 and 10?
oh no, probably more than that.
Between 10 and 20?
Probably, yes,
10 and 20?
probably.
Okay, now, here's our trick question. What is your favourite tool in the sewing room?
Oh, right.
I think it might be Bruce.
I'm going
Yes,
with Bruce.
yes,
Yeah.
I think that's about right. But I think the sewing machine itself.
Okay.
Now this here is my favourite. This is
it's
this is
beautiful.
fantastic.
Yes.
It's, you know, it's
Yeah.
a really, really good machine. And now that I know how to trick it, manipulate it, it works
So-
really well.
Doing the classes online with Rachel has been a benefit.
Oh, definitely. And I've already done a couple of classes with Rachel previously in
Yeah.
person. You know, I did an applique class and I
Yes.
did a feathers class.
Okay. Yep.
So Rachel, I've learned a lot from Rachel.
On your Rachel.
She's
Yep.
fantastic.
She
yeah.
is fantastic. We're very lucky, aren't we?
Yes. And of course Pan Holland and you know, so it's having really it's really good.
They're checking out the cheat sheet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sorry.
What
you're not
question?
supposed to be filming me on my cheat sheet. So, 2 more questions. Are you affiliated with a group?
No, only with the guild.
Only the guild.
And my knitting group, of course.
Yes.
A lot of my quilts go to my knitting group. We've got
Okay.
900 members.
Yep.
And I've just learned to crochet, so I
Yes.
love crochet in front of TV. But no actual quilting groups,
Okay.
except for the guild with our sit and
With-
sew.
yes.
Yeah.
Which leads me into my next question. I can see your beautiful quilting, but do you have any other interests? You mentioned your knitting.
Yeah, and learned crochet.
And crochet?
Wood carving.
Yeah,
We've done some wood
that's
carving.
pretty cool. How about you show us some of your wood carving?
Okay.
Please.
And just before we go, I'm happy for this to be on Facebook or...
Yeah, we're sending it international, so that'll be great.
I'm happy for that to be on YouTube or Facebook. You know, so I don't have to sign a form giving you permission.
No. Oh, that's excellent. Thanks, Kathy.
Well, this is
check
Elmore.
her work out. Oh my
That's
goodness.
Elmore, and that's got 704 individual pieces in it, and that's an intarsia. And Bruce made that. He carved that.
Where is this Bruce?
Bruce doesn't want to be on video. And then this is a frame that I carved. This is probably the last thing I've carved. And that's me and Bruce when we were engaged in 1978.
Aren't you beautiful?
Well, I was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I was.
You
But,
still are.
and there was a little hole in the wood, so I carved a little.
We
Butterfly
always
to
know
cover
how to
it.
fix our,
Yes.
don't we? They
Yeah.
call that artistic license, and I think it
Yes.
works across every
Yeah.
field.
Yeah. So, So, and apart from that, we just like being home. I love
Yep.
watching Netflix and
Yes.
crocheting and.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what are you watching on Netflix at the moment?
Well, I'm watching on SBS On Demand a show called Cardinal. Oh, it's good.
Oh, good.
It's really
Okay.
good, yeah.
Well, as you know, we can't spend. We've got to keep these short for our friend Kathy Rossini to be able to sync them all together. So we're going to say thanks for letting us call and visit. Thanks for letting us post those letters. Thanks for the cup of tea. And we'll see you next time on the road.
Thanks both of you, Jane and Cindy. It's been a pleasure.